We're all sensitive about getting older. Maybe not all. I am for sure sensitive about getting older. And one of the things that I do that I really embrace as I get older is the sense of childhood wonder. And that's what I tried to kind of embody this weekend is swing on the swings, make sure I had some time to play. And it was really fulfilling. It was really beautiful. And I, exhorted you to make some time to play, and I hope you did. But what that brings me to is the joys of getting older. So when I was young and very emotional, I really thought that emotional depth equaled emotional volatility, meaning that if I was not absolutely broken or absolutely over the top elated, my feelings were false, diluted, meaning watered down. They were not real. And now, as I mature and grow up and learn how to be a grown up, not necessarily an adult. To me, an adult means no joy. Grown up means you could still be a kid sometimes, but you're responsible. So, in the process of growing up, I find that the real depth and beauty is in the middle, not the wide pendulum swings that are like ecstasy and then, absolute, depression in the pit. The real riches and the way that you can go both deeply inside and receive messages from without you is by staying as centered as you can. Now, not an easy task, absolutely not. Our whole job is to try to kind of, navigate the tightrope. We slip on one side, we slip on the other, we fall into the pit, we have a joyous day. All of those things are going to occur. How can we come back to our center? Our own center also, I would offer, right? So for those of us in relationship, because you think about your partner, it is so much even more important to come back to your own center so that when you are creating a union, whether a physical union, an emotional union, a coming together, that you're coming from a place of wholeness. Because although you can help heal each other, and you don't have to be completely healed to meet someone. I don't believe in that. I think that people are brought together at the time in their lives when they're supposed to meet. But the more you can come to the union in a whole place, the less you are projecting onto your partner what you want them to be, and also projecting onto your partner what you're really searching for in yourself. I for sure did this throughout my marriage. So in retrospect, the art of loving me first, of putting my mask on so that I can really help and love those around me I think it's something that you have to learn with experience and age. I think it comes to you after realizing that drowning in someone else is not a service to the relationship. It will destroy the relationship because what you're actually doing is you're sucking the energy dry out of the relationship to serve you. It's actually quite selfish. So you need to be able to bring the most robust sense of yourself into your union. So here's my challenge for you today. Observe your relationships. How do you show up in them? Do you show up from a place of wholeness and maturity? Or do you find yourself regressing? Are you bratty? Are you the grown up and your partner is the young brat and you find that you have to parent them? Ooh, that is not a healthy dynamic. So just take a somewhat objective look at how you arrive in your relationships. And I would offer that we probably arrive in each one differently. But when you look at your most intimate relationships, how are you arriving there? How whole are you when you enter them? We're not whole all the time. There are times when I enter quite broken. But if you can make a concerted effort to enter from a place of wholeness, I said in another video a couple weeks ago where you give 100%, they give 100%, and then the union becomes its own entity, a healthy, thriving entity. And that's what we want. One that engages you, one that challenges you, and one that is allowed to progress and grow as you do individually as people. So that is what I am moved to share with you today, and I will see you tomorrow.